I'm joined here with head women's basketball coach Katie Vaughn. Coach, you guys are kind of back into the swing of the GLVC things, coming off a loss at Southern Indiana, although it was very competitive, and then you go on the road tonight, and then you're back home Saturday. So how are the Tritons doing with GLVC play?
I think obviously we've had some tough road trips going to Southern, going to Drury, and going to Truman. We had Jewel at home, we got that win. So, it's been a tough run early, having those games in November and early, obviously, in conference play. So we're excited to, one, get home, and obviously the Southern going to Illinois Springfield's not a long trip. So, we're ready to get back at it. Having a week off this time of year is too much practice. I mean, we're ready to compete and get back out on the floor and go at somebody besides ourselves. So, I think we're ready. We're ready to get into the groove of Thursday, Saturday play and just, compete every night.
Talk to us a little bit about the new GLVC point system ranking system, whatever you want to call it. I know you were on the committee. How do you think that's working out? Just where's everything at with that?
I think it's way too early to tell. I mean, obviously the point system, it all is going to come down to like teams you beat. Obviously on the road, road wins make a big difference, but what their winning percentage is, and so there's a lot of moving parts right now. I mean, my husband and I talked about it, and I'm like, I haven't even opened it, I haven't even looked at it. It's way too early right now to even see where you're at on the scale. I mean, we all talked about it. There was not a perfect way to get the top 8 with playing some teams twice, some teams once. It's very difficult when you have only an 8-team tournament. So I thought the committee did the best they could at getting something put in place that we can, look at the very end and go, okay, these are the top 8 teams in our league, and then let's go to work. But again, it's just way too early for me to even look at it. We just got to go win games at this point. So.
Let's talk a little bit about Kaitlynn Henning. She's a kid that hasn't really played a lot. Now she's in the starting lineup. Talk about her progression and what she's doing this year for you guys.
Early on after Laura Zereni went down, we really had to find a guard to fill that spot. And we went with Alexa Chairs, and then we've tried Kaitlynn, and then we went to another freshman, Kira. We've kind of just played a lot of different kids in that spot, and Kaitlynn's been the most we talked to her a lot about she needs to be more gritty and more, she's just a very nice person, and she plays very nice. And as a coach, you're like, okay, come, just go out there and fight. And she's kind of our calming effect at times. So it's a balance of getting her to kind of be a little more gritty, but at the same time you like the fact that she doesn't get startled or flustered or play with a lot of emotion. I think she's growing into that role. I know last year she was in and out here and there and never really found a real role for herself consistently. So I think playing her more minutes and more consistent minutes has given her that confidence to go in there and do what we need her to do: take care of the ball, make good post-entry feeds, shoot it when you're open, drive, and score in transition. So I think she's adapted well to her role, and I can only see her getting better.
A couple of your seniors, Sammie Sproul and Shawnta Johnson, both started last year, but they only averaged 6-7 points a game. Now they're both averaging around 12. What has kind of been the key for them into stepping into more of a role on the court?
We run a motion offense, and we've ran it since I've been here. So I think kids that are in the system, they just learn how to score within the system. And that, they're both seniors, but they've only been here 1 year. So to see kids grow and just, again, learn how to adapt to their role within our offense, it happens every year. So I'd like to have these kids for 4 years, but we'll take what they're giving us now. But I'm very pleased with their performance, and they score off their hard work too. Defense, Sammie gets steals and easy layups. Same with Shawnta. We've pressed a little bit more this year than we ever have, so she's getting some easy transition buckets, and they're playing well together. I think those two, they're actually roommates, so I think they've really connected and found a bond, so that, anytime a team plays for each other and with each other, I think everybody just gets better, and you can definitely see that within those two.
And then finally, you've got Illinois Springfield and McHenry this weekend, 2 teams that you'll see for the first time this season. You'll play them again later. Talk about those matchups and what we can expect.
Illinois Springfield is always a tough one on the road. They play really well at home. Last year we went up there and only won by 7. They have a very similar team as they did last year, a lot of returners. So Shawnta Johnson didn't play in that game last year. So we're very different than we were. But they play hard, they rebound well, they've got a good 4-player, and surrounding pieces around that, good posts, some good guards that can shoot it. So I think both McHenry and Illinois Springfield are very solid teams. You've got to guard them inside and out. You got to guard the transition offense. We talked a lot about this week when we had off is worrying about UMSL, executing our offense, really getting down and amping up our defense and looking to get steals and turn them into points and transition. So, I think they're both very competitive. They're both well coached. We just got to go out there and take care of what we can control, and that's take care of the ball, execute our offense, and then always play hard on defense and just play hard in general, win 50-50 balls. So, those are the things we stress no matter who we play, and it's not going to change whether we're playing Illinois Springfield or Drury. So,
all right, Coach, we wish you good luck, and we'll see you back here on Saturday.
Thanks.